The two most damaging vitamins linked to leg weakness after reaching the age of 60 may cause your legs to feel heavier, weaker, or even painful. If you notice that even standing for extended periods, walking, or climbing stairs has become a struggle, it is essential to pay close attention. What I am about to reveal in this video might surprise you and could explain exactly why this is happening. Consuming certain harmful foods, along with two vitamins surprisingly considered essential for health, and a combination of two elements draining your leg strength, all play a role in this issue. Vitamins commonly believed to be beneficial may actually be making your muscles weaker, straining your joints, and leaving your legs unstable, uncomfortable, and vulnerable. The most alarming part is that these dangers are part of your everyday routine. Every sip and bite you take might be feeding the weakness you feel. However, it goes deeper than that because these two vitamins you could be taking right now might astonish you by accelerating muscle loss and damaging your legs. You probably buy them from the pharmacy with the best intentions, thinking that you are protecting yourself, caring for your body, and strengthening your bones. This video will expose the truth behind these supplements and food so that you will understand what is genuinely causing the fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and pain that persistently return. Most importantly, you will learn what to avoid and what changes to make to regain your strength. Starting from now, if you want to restore your energy, vitality, and independence while aiming to preserve your leg strength for many years and age in good health, then stay with me until the end. Sweets and sugary treats have long been associated with comfort and pleasure. After the age of 60, however, this habit can silently harm your leg health. Consuming too much refined sugar triggers inflammatory responses in the body, especially targeting muscles and joints. Persistent inflammation makes the legs more vulnerable, uncomfortable, and prone to damage over time. Moreover, sugar closely relates to increased insulin resistance, which drains muscles of energy. When muscles do not get enough fuel, they weaken and lose efficiency. Excess sugar consumption also contributes to weight gain, placing additional stress on your legs. Every extra pound demands more effort from your lower body muscles and joints, intensifying wear and tear, discomfort, and the feeling of weakness in the legs. This is a serious concern for older adults who naturally lose muscle mass with age. Sugar also leads to more toxin production in the body, which worsens inflammatory reactions even further. The greater the inflammation, the harder it becomes to keep your legs strong and functional. Did you know that sugar has a direct impact on blood circulation? When eaten in large quantities, it increases the risk of vascular problems, limiting blood flow to the lower limbs. Taking control of your sugar intake is vital to maintaining healthy, powerful legs as you grow older. Poor blood flow means the muscles in the legs receive less oxygen and essential nutrients. This condition slows down tissue regeneration and delays muscle recovery. Enjoying desserts might come at too high a price for your health. Beyond affecting metabolism, sweets lack important components needed for muscle well-being such as proteins and magnesium. In other words, consuming empty calories weakens the body instead of supporting it. As people grow older, an unbalanced diet like this leads to a reduction in muscle mass, which is a key factor in losing mobility. The culprit could be something as simple as a slice of pie or a piece of cake. If you notice your legs becoming weaker, what seems like an innocent treat might actually threaten your independence and strength. Moreover, many commercially produced sweets contain artificial additives including colorings and preservatives that increase inflammation. These substances disrupt the body's natural balance, directly affecting the muscular system. When combined with sugar, they form a harmful combination to health. A helpful step is to swap these sugary snacks with natural choices such as cinnamon sprinkled over fruit or handmade desserts with less sugar. You can definitely enjoy sweets, but with smarter choices that respect your body. Both your legs and your taste buds will be grateful for this change. This inflammation directly affects muscles and joints, causing the legs to become stiff, increasing discomfort, and making them more vulnerable to injury. Fried foods high in fat also impair blood circulation, which complicates the process of oxygen delivery to muscles. Poor blood flow diminishes the body's ability to repair and strengthen itself. Additionally, fried foods can lead to blockages in blood vessels, further restricting the supply of essential nutrients to the leg muscles. Over time, this situation weakens the structural support of the body and accelerates joint deterioration. Common culprits include items such as donuts, chicken nuggets, and French fries. Before we continue, I would love to know your thoughts today, so please leave a comment below and feel free to ask any questions. Remember to hit the subscribe button and activate notifications to always receive the best health guidance from Senior Health. If you are watching now, I want to know you are here with me, so write 1 if this video connects with you or 0 if it does not. Consuming these products regularly can overload both the skeletal and circulatory systems, and the taste is not worth the damage they cause. Have you ever observed that after a meal rich in fried foods, your legs feel more fatigued and heavier? Your body reacts to the excess harmful fats. These foods require a long time to digest and demand significant energy, leaving less available for muscle function. This kind of diet may directly result in leg tiredness and weakness when consumed frequently. Consuming fried foods has been linked to weight gain, which in turn puts additional pressure on the lower limbs, making them more prone to injury and damage. Fried items tend to be low in nutritional value, meaning they offer limited amounts of vitamins, minerals, and proteins essential for building strong muscles. A diet dominated by such foods creates a nutritional imbalance that promotes muscle loss, reducing leg stability and strength. This deterioration negatively affects your ability to support body weight, climb stairs, or walk confidently. Steering clear of fried foods is one of many simple steps you can take to preserve your mobility and independence. Substituting fried options with healthier cooking methods significantly benefits the legs and overall well-being. White bread, commonly consumed at breakfast or as a snack, is made from refined flour, which undergoes processing that removes most fibers and vital nutrients. This results in a carbohydrate that is quickly digested, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. Such fluctuations have a direct impact on muscle health, particularly in the legs, leading to feelings of fatigue and weakness. Frequent consumption contributes to metabolic disturbances. Since white bread is low in fiber and has a high glycemic index, it also promotes insulin resistance. The absence of fiber hinders glucose from efficiently entering muscle cells, thereby reducing the energy and strength needed for daily physical tasks. As a result, maintaining firm and strong leg muscles becomes increasingly challenging the more this kind of bread is eaten. When the body lacks sufficient energy, this can lead to a decline in muscle mass, a condition somewhat common as we age. At this point, white bread stops being a neutral option and begins to cause irritation. The impact of white bread goes beyond just raising blood sugar levels. Since it is low in protein and essential minerals, it offers no real support for muscle recovery. To combat sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle, older adults need increased protein intake. Ignoring other protein sources and eating white bread daily is a mistake that gradually weakens the body. Over time, this may cause tired, fragile, and unstable legs. In addition to failing to provide proper nourishment, white bread often contributes to weight gain, especially when combined with butter, cheese, or sugary treats. Extra weight puts more strain on the legs that are already more vulnerable with age. This can result in pain, inflammation, and a higher chance of injury. White bread ultimately restricts mobility instead of supporting the body. While each individual serving might seem harmless, it is the cumulative effect of unhealthy eating habits that inflicts the most damage. Thankfully, there are plenty of nutritious alternatives. Whole grain breads, naturally fermented or made with grains like oats, flax seeds, and rye, supply helpful fibers and nutrients. These alternatives indirectly boost muscle health, aid digestion, and help maintain balanced blood sugar levels. Paired with proteins and healthy fats such as eggs or avocado, they create well-rounded meals. There is no need to give up bread entirely, just choose smarter options. In this video, you will also discover the two worst types of bread to avoid for your health and well-being. Vitamins that negatively affect your legs become more problematic as you age, especially when focusing on muscle and joint health. Drinking alcoholic beverages becomes increasingly harmful after 60 years because the body gradually loses its ability to process alcohol efficiently. This decline intensifies alcohol's damaging effects. One major consequence is difficulty in absorbing essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these nutrients, muscles weaken and bones become fragile, which raises the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol also directly interferes with muscle recovery, meaning the body needs longer to repair tissues after physical activity, leading to prolonged soreness, fatigue, and a higher chance of injury. Moreover, alcohol causes dehydration, reducing muscle flexibility and triggering painful leg cramps. It also disrupts liver function, which is crucial for producing compounds necessary for healthy tissues. There is a strong connection between drinking and weight gain, as alcoholic beverages contain many calories and promote the accumulation of abdominal fat. Even moderate consumption of alcohol adds extra load on the legs and increases stress on the joints, harming mobility. Coupled with the natural muscle loss that comes with aging, these factors can severely impact your ability to move and enjoy life. Have you noticed that after a night of drinking, your body feels more drained and sore than usual? This reflects the burden that alcohol places on muscles and joints. Habitual consumption elevates the body's inflammation levels, which intensifies pain and diminishes motivation for physical exercise. Over time, this habit severely reduces the body's ability to stay fit and active. Soon I will reveal the two vitamins that might weaken your legs. Many people rely on processed meats for convenience, but these foods hide serious risks for leg health, especially among the elderly. Products like bacon, ham, and sausages are abundant in sodium and artificial preservatives, which promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. Such inflammation affects the joints, causing persistent pain in leg muscles, ankles, and knees. These items may also be responsible for the stiffness often felt after waking up. Another problem with processed meats is their high saturated fat content. This fat reduces blood flow to muscles, raises harmful cholesterol levels, and impairs circulation. Insufficient blood supply deprives leg muscles of essential nutrients and oxygen, slowing their repair and upkeep. The result is a slow deterioration of leg strength, which can limit simple everyday movements. Moreover, these foods contribute to toxin buildup, putting extra strain on the liver and kidneys. These organs play a crucial role in removing chemicals, which, if accumulated, led to muscle fatigue. Preservatives found in processed meats add to this damaging effect. Meats have also been found to influence glucose metabolism, thereby reducing the energy available to muscles. This effect is mainly felt in the legs as persistent sensations of tiredness and heaviness. Older adults sometimes prefer these foods for their convenience, but greater care should be taken with diet during this stage of life. When it comes to sacrificing quality of life, convenience can come at a high cost. Opting for nutritious proteins such as eggs, chicken, fish, and lean beef cuts is an essential first step toward sustaining muscle strength and overall health. Significant improvements come from simple swaps. For instance, using avocado or olive oil instead of bacon, choosing cooked eggs rather than sausage, and replacing ham with shredded chicken breast. The body gradually adapts to these changes, causing the legs to feel lighter and more energized. Balancing taste and freedom with pleasure and longevity is a fair trade, yet their impact on the body becomes increasingly important after 60 years old. Instant noodles might appear to be a perfect solution for those seeking convenience. Primarily made from refined flour and artificial additives, they offer minimal nutritional benefits. This fast food is typically high in calories, but lacks fiber, proteins, and essential micronutrients needed to maintain muscle mass as time passes. Such a diet can directly lead to worsening leg strength and impaired mobility. Another significant disadvantage of instant noodles is their extraordinarily high salt content. Even one serving could supply you with excessive sodium, which may negatively affect your health. Exceeding half of the recommended daily allowance of this mineral, excessive sodium intake causes fluid retention that results in swollen and painful legs. Moreover, it elevates blood pressure, impairing proper blood circulation to the muscles. Insufficient circulation leads to undernourished muscle fibers that weaken and recover more slowly after exertion. The chemical additives found in the flavorings accompanying the noodles add another layer of concern commonly linked to chronic inflammation. Preservatives, artificial colors, and monosodium glutamate contribute to these subtle inflammations, which disrupt joint movement and accelerate muscle breakdown. Over time, this leads to frequent discomfort, stiffness, and reduced mobility in those who consume such foods regularly. The impact on metabolism is also significant. A diet low in fiber causes the noodles to have a high glycemic index, which raises blood sugar levels. This instability affects insulin function, preventing muscles from efficiently using energy. As a result, muscles tire quickly and become weak when they cannot access adequate energy. Poor nutrition turns even a simple walk to the store into a demanding task. Many industrially produced snacks hide ingredients that severely damage leg health, especially in older adults. These processed cakes may evoke nostalgia and pleasure, but they are loaded with refined sugars, hydrogenated fats, and artificial preservatives that disrupt metabolism and provoke bodily irritation. These products are especially problematic because sugar disrupts the way insulin operates and promotes the accumulation of fat in the body. This not only leads to excessive weight gain, but also creates a metabolic environment that is harmful for maintaining muscle strength. Another significant factor is the inclusion of trans fats, which are added to enhance flavor and extend shelf life in these cakes. Such fats decrease good cholesterol and increase bad cholesterol, negatively affecting blood circulation. Poor circulation means that the muscles in the legs receive fewer essential nutrients, which causes their gradual decline. Over time, this condition may result in the loss of lean muscle mass, joint stiffness, and potentially difficulties with movement. Consuming mass-produced cakes regularly is also linked to ongoing inflammation, a primary cause of muscle weakness and aches in the joints. Ingredients like emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial colors affect the immune system and trigger inflammatory reactions, mainly targeting the joints in the legs. This leads to more pain, reduced mobility, and a cycle of inactivity that accelerates muscle deterioration. Even though these cakes taste good, they are low in nutritional value. Specifically, they lack crucial nutrients such as protein, calcium, and magnesium, which are essential for healthy muscles and bones, while being dense in calories. Eating this type of food frequently is comparable to trying to fuel your body with contaminated gasoline, where muscles act like the engine, responding with reduced performance, fatigue, and sluggishness. The convenience of eating ready-made meals often leads us to make thoughtless choices. Preparing homemade cakes using whole flours, fruits, and natural oils can be just as practical as buying a prepackaged item. The real difference lies in how these selections impact your body over time. Your muscles will thank you with increased strength, tone, and energy as you retrain your taste buds. Although they may seem handy and tasty, ultra-processed cheeses such as spreads, processed slices, and melted varieties conceal serious dangers for those wishing to keep their leg strength after 60. Rich in sodium and saturated fats, these foods have a double effect on the muscular and vascular systems. Sodium promotes fluid retention and raises blood pressure. Saturated fats reduce the elasticity of blood vessels, leading to poorer circulation. Consequently, legs become swollen, uncomfortable, and heavy due to this combination. Additionally, ultra-processed cheeses often contain preservatives and phosphates, among other additives, which disrupt the body's mineral balance. Two essential minerals for muscle contraction and bone health are calcium and magnesium, and these are directly impacted. Inefficient absorption of these nutrients results in symptoms like muscle fatigue, joint pain, and even cramps during the night. Since leg muscles are large and frequently used, they are the earliest to exhibit warning signs. Another important factor is that these processed cheeses lack high-quality proteins, unlike artisanal cheeses, which better maintain their nutritional content. The highly processed varieties go through industrial procedures that reduce their nutrient value. This means that even though you consume calories, your body does not receive the essential amino acids needed to preserve muscle mass. Losing muscle is one of the main reasons for decreased physical function and increased dependence with age. Have you noticed that after eating a meal rich in processed foods, your body often feels sluggish and less motivated? This is real and happens due to the mineral depleting and inflammatory effects these foods cause over time. The lack of vital nutrients results in weaker bones and declining muscle ability. Simple activities like short walks require more energy than they should, and steps that once seemed easy now feel challenging. All of this can be linked to the type of cheese you put on your bread. A great way to support your health is to swap out processed cheeses for fresher, less refined options like ricotta, cottage cheese, or cream cheese. And remember, we are about to reveal the most important discovery in this video: the two worst vitamins for your legs. Before that, the seventh factor is industrial ice cream, which poses a serious risk to leg health after the age of 60. These frozen treats are highly popular on warm days or as desserts, but are very caloric and inflammatory because they contain saturated fats combined with large amounts of refined sugar. This type of diet leads to spikes in blood sugar levels, followed by swift drops, which jeopardize the stability of muscular energy. This unstable state causes the legs to feel weak, heavy, and more prone to fatigue. Ice creams, especially those of inferior quality, contain saturated fats that negatively affect the cardiovascular system. As a result, oxygen-rich blood struggles to reach the extremities of the body, including the legs, causing sensations of numbness, tingling, and even persistent cramps. Over time, this impaired circulation contributes to muscle weakness, reduced mobility, and an increased risk of falls. All along, we believe we are merely indulging ourselves. Moreover, industrial ice creams include artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners that worsen bodily inflammation. This subtle inflammation plays a significant role in damaging joints and muscle tissue. Continued consumption of these products promotes digestive and hormonal issues that interfere directly with the absorption of essential nutrients necessary for muscle growth. With insufficient nourishment, the body cannot maintain strength and stability long term. Another crucial aspect is that these foods offer no true nutritional benefit. They are loaded with empty calories, failing to support muscle building, tissue repair, or joint nourishment. This means that despite eating something pleasurable, tiredness persists and may even intensify. The effects on the legs become noticeable through decreased firmness, more frequent aches, and reduced endurance to physical effort. Each bite steals the body's chance to strengthen itself. Milk chocolates, whether enjoyed as a dessert or a midday treat, are a part of many routines, but their frequent consumption can have more serious consequences than it initially seems, especially for individuals over 60. These chocolates are rich in sugar and saturated fat, which trigger inflammatory responses directly affecting joints and muscles. The combination of elevated sugar levels and unhealthy fats causes a metabolic strain that contributes to the decline of muscle strength. Another problem with milk chocolate is its low cocoa content, which is exactly where beneficial antioxidants are located. Most commercial varieties are highly processed, containing numerous preservatives and artificial sweeteners. These additives not only harm the liver and pancreas, but also interfere with the body's ability to absorb essential nutrients vital for muscle health. The result is tired legs lacking vitality, making them more prone to pain and stiffness. The simple sugars in milk chocolates are quickly absorbed, causing spikes in insulin that deplete muscular energy. For those already struggling to maintain lean muscle mass, these fluctuations are especially damaging. Additionally, milk chocolate consumption is sometimes linked to the accumulation of abdominal fat, which adds extra pressure on the lower limbs. This constant overload encourages the deterioration of joints in the knees, hips, and ankles. However, there is still a way to enjoy sweet moments safely. Dark chocolates with high cocoa content offer antioxidants and flavonoids that improve blood flow and support muscle function when consumed in moderation. Consuming these products in moderation can sometimes support vascular health, as long as awareness and balance guide the choices made. The crucial factors lie in what is selected and in what quantities. Although very convenient, canned foods often contain numerous ingredients that can seriously harm leg health in later years. Many of these products contain chemical preservatives such as sodium benzoate and nitrites, along with artificial colors, salt, and other additives. These components promote inflammation and negatively affect muscle and vascular conditions. Frequent consumption interferes with muscle recovery and prevents proper oxygen delivery to the muscles. Moreover, the excessive salt found in canned items leads to fluid retention, which is a primary cause of the sensation of heavy and uncomfortable legs. This fluid buildup not only causes discomfort but may also indicate poor circulation and inflammation within tissues, especially among people with high blood pressure. The problem tends to worsen after the age of 60, since the extra salt places additional strain on the cardiovascular system, weakening the flow of essential nutrients to the muscles. Another worrying point is the decline in nutritional content found in canned products. Even meats and vegetables preserved in cans undergo processes that remove most of their natural nutrients. What remains is a diet deficient in minerals and vitamins, yet rich in harmful substances. The body must expend energy fighting these toxic elements, leading to metabolic stress, which saps vitality and diminishes muscular function. It is possible that your diet plays a significant role in persistent fatigue and leg discomfort. The weakness you experience might be greater than you expect, especially when it comes to small amounts of aluminium. The aluminium present in some cans can gradually accumulate in the body, Research shows that the nervous system and muscle function could be negatively impacted by regularly consuming food stored in metal containers. This increases the chance of falls, balance problems, and slow deterioration of strength. This risk is not worth taking since there are many better options for those wanting to protect their mobility. A vital first move is to stop eating canned products and instead select fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved foods. Cooking with real ingredients that contain no artificial additives brings immediate benefits to overall health. It is also a choice that preserves your independence and quality of life as years pass. If you assume that only manufactured meals harm your legs, there is more to uncover. Soon, we will explore the two most dangerous vitamins for muscle health. The truth about these supplements might surprise you. Many people snack on cookies packed with additives and other processed treats. But after 60, eating these can speed up the loss of leg strength. These snacks are true enemies for the body because they contain a lot of artificial chemicals like dyes, flavor enhancers, preservatives, and stabilizers. Not only do they burden the body, but they also put pressure on essential organs such as the liver and kidneys, which in turn interferes with blood circulation and the absorption of vital nutrients needed for muscles. These products provide very little nutritional value. Minerals, proteins, fiber, and high-calorie content are what certain foods often lack when it comes to nourishing the elderly. To put it differently, these foods provide a large amount of calories, but very little essential nutrients, which can be quite detrimental for older adults. This happens because, unlike in youth, the body no longer retains nutrients as effectively. Therefore, a diet richer in functional ingredients is essential to counterbalance the usual loss of muscle mass that comes with aging. Consuming foods rich in sugar, hydrogenated fats, and salt only accelerates this deterioration. One major problem lies with trans fats, the type of fat commonly used in processed products. These synthetic fats are significant contributors to inflammation in modern diets. They not only clog arteries, but also obstruct the delivery of oxygen and nutrient-dense blood to the muscles. When blood flow to the leg muscles is insufficient, it leads to discomfort, fatigue, and sometimes even a sensation of unstable legs. This frailty develops slowly and often goes unnoticed at first. Moreover, excessive sodium intake from such meals causes the body to retain fluid, worsening leg swelling, known as edema. Swollen legs serve as a clear sign of underlying issues. A poor diet combined with compromised circulation creates ideal conditions for the development of varicose veins, persistent aches, and a heavy feeling while walking. All these problems might originate from seemingly harmless snacks. These treats, along with cookies, cause spikes in blood sugar followed by rapid declines, which weakens the body and triggers constant hunger. This vicious cycle diminishes muscle strength and encourages weight gain, making it a dangerous pattern for health. Your ability to maintain strong, healthy legs for everyday activities gradually decreases. The more you depend on products that substitute natural foods, the more this decline becomes noticeable. This issue is completely changed by many ready-made seasonings fast noodles with meat-flavored broths, packaged soups, and a variety of frozen meals. Processed foods are filled with monosodium glutamate, though its impact on the human body extends well beyond enhancing taste. This additive is designed to boost flavor, but for those over 60, regular consumption of monosodium glutamate can be quite harmful, especially to leg muscles. Monosodium glutamate interferes with essential neurotransmitters that regulate muscle contractions through the nervous system. Individuals who are more vulnerable to this compound may experience muscle pain headaches, tingling sensations, and general fatigue. When these effects occur in the legs, they create sensations of heaviness, stiffness, and sometimes mild shaking as the body becomes increasingly sensitive to neurotoxic substances that damage nerve cells. The problem intensifies with age. In addition, monosodium glutamate triggers ongoing inflammation in the body, impacting joints, muscles, and blood vessels. This swelling impairs muscle function and blood flow in the limbs. Poor oxygen supply to the legs significantly raises the risk of muscle weakness, cramps, and loss of mobility. Many foods containing monosodium glutamate also tend to have elevated sodium levels, which worsen fluid retention and cause swelling in the legs. This additive additionally drains energy, leaving the muscles more tired and vulnerable. Metabolism is affected, which changes how muscles use glucose. This reduces the muscle's ability to convert energy into strength, thus weakening the legs. Even simple actions like climbing stairs or walking short distances become more difficult. Over time, this diet may result in muscle loss and a greater dependence on others for everyday tasks. Many people do not realize how much monosodium they consume regularly because product labels list it under various names such as flavor enhancer, yeast extract, hydrolyzed protein, and other technical terms that hide the true impact. The key is to select natural seasonings like fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil instead of highly processed foods and artificial additives. Now we will reveal the two most harmful vitamins that can reduce leg strength if taken excessively. The first is vitamin A. It is essential for many functions in the body, including vision, immune defense, and maintaining healthy skin. However, taking too much vitamin A, especially from supplements, can cause serious harm and lead to various problems affecting the legs. After the age of 60, the body has more difficulty processing and eliminating excess vitamin A. This increases the chance of buildup in the liver and joints. Muscle discomfort, particularly in the legs and back, is one of the most common symptoms of excessive vitamin A. Although the pain comes from inflammation of muscle tissues, it is often mistaken for joint pain. Apart from discomfort, signs of spinal or muscular issues may indicate a disrupted nutritional balance. People often report muscle weakness, difficulty climbing stairs, walking, or standing up after sitting for a long time. Excessive vitamin A intake can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals such as magnesium and calcium. Without these crucial minerals, muscles fail to contract and relax properly, leading to fatigue, spasms, and cramps in the legs. Additionally, a buildup of vitamin A in the liver might hinder energy production, which further weakens muscle function. This creates a slow reduction in strength and mobility. Overconsumption of vitamin A also negatively affects bone health, particularly causing loss of minerals in frequently used areas like the legs and hips. This deterioration weakens bones and increases the risk of fractures, especially among individuals with osteopenia or osteoporosis, for whom the consequences can be much more severe. Therefore, vitamin A supplements must always be taken with medical supervision and in carefully controlled doses. Many hidden problems arise from self-medication, even though vitamin A is naturally found in foods such as liver, egg yolk, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkin. A well-rounded diet provides sufficient vitamin A, removing the necessity for additional supplements. However, overdoing intake through fortified products or strong supplements creates dangers. Considering all sources, including multivitamins, total consumption must be carefully monitored, as vitamin A is vital for bone strength and a properly functioning immune system. Excessive intake of vitamin D is particularly cautioned for elderly individuals, yet many do not realize it can have serious negative consequences, even on the legs. This condition often arises from overuse of supplements and leads to a harmful accumulation of vitamin D in the body. One of the main symptoms of this imbalance is muscle pain, frequently accompanied by muscle weakness and a loss of coordination. Unlike other vitamins, vitamin D is fat-soluble, causing it to be stored in adipose tissue rather than quickly eliminated. Too much vitamin D can raise blood calcium levels, a condition known as hypercalcemia. This causes symptoms such as stiff legs, burning sensations in muscles, cramps, joint discomfort, and other related issues. Elevated calcium in the blood directly affects the muscles and nerves, disrupting the electrical signals that control bodily movements. Additionally, excess vitamin D may promote unwanted calcification in soft tissues, like muscles and tendons. As a result, areas such as the knees, calves, and thighs may become stiffer, less flexible, and more painful during physical activity. What is supposed to safeguard the body ironically becomes a source of restriction and discomfort. Older adults consuming large quantities of vitamin D without proper medical guidance face a greater chance of developing these complications. Another concerning aspect is the damage high doses of vitamin D can cause to the kidneys, which regulate mineral balance in the blood. Impaired filtration and retention of harmful substances worsen leg swelling, muscle pain, and a persistent sensation of weakness, highlighting the serious renal impact of vitamin D overdose. This triggers a cycle where increased vitamin D leads to more calcium, which then impairs kidney function and causes muscle problems. Vitamin D supplements must always be adjusted based on laboratory results and professional medical guidance. It is extremely important to emphasize this because many people assume these vitamins are always beneficial and take large doses without supervision. Too much can be just as harmful as too little. When it comes to the legs, the consequences might include losing the ability to move and maintain independence. Subscribe to this channel because it was created to support you in becoming healthier and living a better life. If you want to keep receiving the best health-related content, this is the place for you. The video appearing now on your screen explains the 3 essential vitamins every diabetic should take. Watch it by clicking on the screen. See you in the next video.